what are your inputs? Like, what are the skills that we need to develop?
Okay.
In order to go to the corporate world tomorrow and succeed.
Okay, so that the acceptability is higher in the corporates. Yes, very true. What you are telling is very true. In fact, this NSDC is National Skill Development Corporation. They also had done one survey. They also did in Goa, and they found a huge gap between the employability, the skills required, and the skill set which the corporate requires. The students are having. I feel the most important thing is the outlook of the institute which trains the students. I think the major role is of the institute. The institute will have to get into application oriented skill development rather than the bookish or the classroom based sort of teaching. The exposure should be high. And then you need not get into giving everything to the student. A teacher may not get into you take any subject for that matter. A student may not be expert in everything, but if the student has 2 or 3 skills, the competency, what we call, if he has those competencies, I think the student will be employable. So the biggest role of the institute, I feel, is to identify what competencies the organization will require, get those competencies driving in the students, expose the students to those competencies, how they are being practiced, how they are being done in the organization by way of maybe summer internships or internships or maybe industry visits. Practical knowledge, and get the students going out with those skills. They are skilled. Meaning it is like they are having a hardcore skill. Yes, I can do this.
Builds confidence.
Yes. Maybe in value chain. Okay, fine. If you are very good in mapping a value of a supply chain, value stream mapping, what we call. If you are expert in that, meaning by the time you pass out of your MBA or your MCom, if you become expert in one particular area, you have that skill. Yes, I can measure the value of a supply chain of a particular organization. Yes, I can do this. So student should be in a position to say, yes, I can deliver this for the organization. So that should be I think the organization has a major role, but also the student has a major role, because organizations are bound by rules and regulations. Certain things are not very flexible, but I think a student has a much bigger role in this aspect. You have a curriculum, a particular set of things will be given to you in the classroom, right? There are certain rules, regulations beyond which the organization, the institute cannot go. But the student has no boundaries. Students can go anywhere. There is no shortage of information to the students. Students can take up projects while studying. You can contact the industry. You can take up projects, maybe get into that. Read what is happening. In fact, you people, the generation is very lucky. You have all the information available at the touch of the screen. Google is at your rescue. You get whatever you want. So if the student is also interested yes, I want to develop the skills. If the student goes 2 steps ahead of the institute, I'm sure there is no stopping for that student. And companies will ask you at the end of the thing, at the end of your placement season, you will have 4 or 5 offers, lucrative offers, and you'll end up in a problem saying that, okay, which offer do I choose? I have these 4, which offer do I choose? You should be in that situation. So I feel the student also has a very big role. Taking into consideration the institute and the teachers have their limitations, the rules, regulations and everything they have to follow. I think the student has none of those. I think the student has a major role, I feel.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that input.
Yeah.
Very useful for us, I believe.